What is up, guys? It's the real deal. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we just hit Masters. And that's it, guys. We have hit Masters. Buzzswole is the king of ladder. Let's go. Rank up to the Masters, guys. And yeah, the grind is real. You guys are going to come up against a lot of barriers pushing into Masters. But I'm going to share with you 6 of my favorite tricks and tips to help you push into Masters. Let's kick things off with tip number 1. So the first thing is your deck. Your deck is everything. If you have a bad deck, you are not going to be able to push into Masters. I would definitely recommend picking up a meta deck while you're learning and trying to get into Masters. So pick up a meta deck, further down the line when you get better, then, you can definitely switch things up a little bit. But, like at the moment, we have, like Guzzlord, Ori decks, which are cancer. I would not play an Ori deck, but, they are good for pushing ladder. Gallade, Buzzswole, Solgaleo, Charizard decks. Giratina and Darkrai are still going strong. But yeah, those are pretty much like the main decks that I'm playing at the moment. Obviously, any Silvally decks as well. Silvally is incredibly strong, and there's a whole bunch out there that you can play. The first thing you want to do is pick up a good, solid deck, and then just play that deck till you have mastered it. And it should definitely help you push up through ladder. And guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Appreciate you guys. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have 3 decks that you can play and that you're good at all of them. Some decks are really straightforward. So like I love Buzzswole. Buzzswole is my bread and butter. But it's quite a simple deck to play. But actually, the more you play it, the more sort of little tricks and tips that you do pick up and a little bit of, finesse. But yeah, Buzzswole is a great deck, like a starting out deck. But yeah, definitely would pick up Buzzswole. I also played Gallade and Stoutland. They are both really strong decks as well. Basically, like Charizard, you will destroy Charizard using this deck. It is just so easy. Gallade can basically one-shot a Charizard using Stoutland just to bump up their energy. And then I was also running a lot of Silvally Charizard as well. So those are sort of the 3 decks that I use to push it up like ladder. I used to always have a mentality of that people are a one-trick pony. And I'm sure there are a lot of one-trick ponies out there. But what will happen is that your deck, you'll run into, like for me, I ran into a Charizard wall. And my Buzzswole will just get eaten alive by Charizard. You just cannot beat it. So to sort of counteract all the Charizard decks I was running into, I started running Stoutland and Gallade, and I just broke through that Charizard wall. I think I probably had like 5, like straight up 5 wins in a row, and then let's swap back to Buzzswole and then sort of grinding some more. But then, started running into a lot of Solgaleo decks. Again, another wall, and I started running Silvally Charizard, and yeah, it just helped me melt through that. And yeah, so sort of just burst through those barriers, those walls. And you definitely see it. No matter where you are on the ladder, there are just going to be certain decks that you'll just, I don't know why it happens, but you just literally, I don't know if it's like these Solgaleo players aren't that good, so they just all get stuck at one area, and then you just have to play something different that counters that deck so you can just push through it. But yeah, it happens. It happened. The next thing we're going to talk about is your deck. So even though your deck may be really, really good, you will hit, again, you're hitting walls again, and you need to fine tune your deck. So definitely watch YouTube, pick up people's decks. You can get them all, you can get decks from all kinds of places, but pick up a deck, play it, look at the weaknesses. And I can't teach you this. This is something you learn from experience. And, there are probably a million Buzzswole decks out there, and you can fine tune them as much as you want. But what I would say is that, I started using Repel, which no one's using Repel, but Repel is really good, really underrated. I've not seen anyone use Repel in a Buzzswole deck, and it actually started to work for me. Poison Barb was really useful as well. I prefer it to Rocky Helm. Rocky Helm is good for just straight up damage. However, Poison Barb will tick over and keep doing damage. So even when your Pokemon's long gone and dead, you could do, instead of just doing 20 damage, you can do 40 damage, 60 damage. You can just keep going. And then we've also got red in here as well. And I don't think a lot of people are using red with Buzzswole, but red is great. Really underrated. I've barely seen anyone use red this season. and real MVP for me. I'm going to say now that red is one of the reasons that I got into Master. Just in that 20 damage is such a sweet spot. It helps me finish off a Charizard. Like Charizard is a HP tank, an absolute unit. And even though I'm chipping away, I just need that extra 20 damage to finish off a Charizard with my Buzzwole. If I go up against a mirror matchup with Buzzwole, Buzzwole has 140 HP. Doing that extra 20 damage with the big beatdown, I can finish someone off. And Solgaleo as well. Again, another tanky mother trucker that I can finish off because I got red in my deck. So you definitely need to fine tune your deck, and you know, things won't work, things will work, but you have to just roll with it. That is just ladder. That is just how it is. The next one is time. Do not rush your decisions. You definitely want to spend time thinking about what you're doing when you're playing the game. And the more you spend time thinking, the better you will get as a player. You will make different decisions. You will learn so much more about the game rather than just going, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Stop, think, and think how you can do differently as well. Sometimes you will lose, you will lose. Everyone loses, but when you lose, you need to think, what could I do different? And I think by just taking some time and think about what you're doing, you can definitely become a better player rather than just straight up just rushing through. The next one is the grind. The grind is real. If you want to hit Masters, you need to rack up the numbers. You really have to put the effort in. For me, I did like an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening for 20 days. So yeah, you really need to put some time in if you want to push into Masters. And there's two reasons for this. One, the more time you put into the game, the better you will become because you're just learning more. But also, almost every deck is almost like 50-50. So even like the best Master Ball players, their decks are going to be like 52%, 55%. You lose a lot. And that's just part of the game. You need to put in the grind. And the last thing is, and it's probably the most important thing, is your mentality. You're going to have a lot of losses. Like I've gone on some crazy win streaks, so like 8, 10 wins in a row in like Ultra Ball 4. And it feels so good to get those wins. But you will get beat down. You will get beat down so hard. And it's like ping pong. Like I remember being halfway through Masters and you're there. And then I pushed all the way right onto the edge of Masters. And then I just got slapped all the way back down to where I was starting. And you just have to just accept it. I would like take a break if I'm getting frustrated and then come back. And I always feel nervous. I'm like, man, I just lost like 5 matches in a row. I've just gone from here down to here. But I just need to start playing again. And I'll play and I might lose again. I just keep playing and then I start to rack up the wins again. I might switch out my deck, things like that. But your mentality is everything and you just need to keep going. If you quit, you lose, and you will never make it to Masters. But I think that's like the biggest things are your deck, your play style, fine tuning your deck, grinding, and your mentality. They are all the things you need to help you get into Masters. But that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. I hope this helps you guys out there push into Masters. I know it's not easy. I've done the journey. But thanks for watching, guys. Please leave me a cheeky thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe, and I'll see you all in a video soon. Peace.